Now, to install Chef, we need to install Ruby. One of the easiest ways to install Ruby is with a tool called RVM. However, please do not install Ruby using the Ubuntu packages, such as sudo apt-get install Ruby. Please do not use this, as the Ruby packages are not kept up to date. RVM is a shell script that hooks into your shell. This allows you to not only easily install Ruby, but to have multiple versions of Ruby on the same system. But that is not important for this video. RVM will install Ruby by downloading the source and compiling it for your system. Please head to the website rvm.io. To install RVM, we need to install a public key as shown on the website. You should note this could easily change in the future, so please go to the site to copy it. Make sure your terminal is open and use Ctrl-Shift-Insert to copy the key into the terminal. Now this command will fetch the key from the remote server and install it. I will talk about public keys later in a video, but for now let us continue installing RVM. Run this command to fetch RVM with curl. Once again, Ctrl-Shift-Insert. Now we need to configure the terminal a bit to be able to actually use RVM. Go to Edit, Profile Preferences. Go to Command, and then click Run Command as a login shell. Close the terminal. Start up the terminal again. Now we should be able to use RVM. Let's test it by using RVM requirements. Oops, wrong password. RVM is now installing the required packages to compile and install Ruby. Now let's install Ruby. 2.3.1 is the current latest version of Ruby, but you should use whatever is on the Ruby website. Which 2.3.2 has actually been released. Now I'm going to cut out the video because this takes a long time to set up, especially in a virtual machine. Now we still have to set which version of Ruby to use. You can use the RVM use command to do this. Add -- default to be the default Ruby for every new terminal session. If you don't add -- default, you will have to type in the RVM use command every time you want to use a Ruby program. RVM use 2.3.2 default. Now let's test Ruby. And there we go.